I'm more excited about 2024 than any other year of watch collecting. And that is because when I look back over the past sort of 5 or 6 years of watch collecting, I've seen this sort of progression of my own sort of style, my own sort of collection, my sort of own sort of decisions. And I can foresee that 2024 is going to be a rather special year of watch collecting for me and this channel. Hello, you're watching James. My name's James. You're watching me, and I'm talking about watches. And welcome to 2024. Happy New Year to all of you out there. I can't believe another year has gone past so quickly, and we're now into this new year. I do recall saying that almost every year over the past few years, so I guess I just have to get used to years going past a little bit quicker. But I'm really excited about 2024 because every year I like to set myself some watch goals. Now, I'm very well aware that those goals may not be achieved, or I may start heading towards a certain goal and branch off to something else, but I quite like having something in place at the beginning of every year that at least I can start sort of moving towards or trying to achieve with my watch collecting, with watches that I want to put into my collection and why I want those watches in my collection. And this year, I've got 4 goals that I want to try to achieve. The first one, really, I probably should have had set years ago, and that is to try and understand what collection I'm actually trying to build. Now, I am very aware that that sort of idea of a sort of end collection is a bit silly because my collection is going to change and evolve. My thoughts about certain watches are going to change and evolve. But I think having a bit of an idea of what I'm trying to achieve as a bit of a goal is a good idea. Because having a bit of an understanding of what I'm trying to achieve will allow me to make some better buying decisions. And that leads into the second thing, something which I've actually been trying to achieve for quite a few years, and I'm going to try and further refine and achieve, and that is to try and buy better watches, to try and understand why certain watches within my collection end up staying long-term, much longer term, or even forever, versus other watches that end up getting sold. Every watch that I buy because I really like it, I really want to own it, I really want to sort of wear it. But it's amazing how often some of them arrive and I really enjoy them, but over a certain period of time, sometimes relatively quickly, sometimes a little bit longer, they do end up getting sold. Whereas other watches certainly tend to stay in my collection, become permanent features of what I call my core collection. And understanding why certain watches stay versus why other ones leave, I think is something that's worthwhile knowing. And again, it's going to end up making me make better buying decisions. Also this year, I would like to explore watch modding. Well, let me be a little bit more specific. It's not that I specifically want to mod certain watches. I think I like the idea of being able to buy parts and create my own custom watch using that sort of modding experience. So that's something that I am definitely going to explore this year to see if I can search out certain parts and put them together to make an interesting watch, something that perhaps you can't really buy out there, but something that interests me. I also want to achieve this year one final thing about this channel. I've been putting a lot of effort over the last sort of year or so trying to improve the quality of this channel, improve the looks, improve the sort of editing, improve every part of it, including my own presentation. But there's one thing that I think still used a little bit of tweaking, and that is the sound quality of this channel. Now, I personally think it's okay. I'm okay with the quality of the sound of this channel, but there is certain abilities to improve it a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit of effort into that this year. And guys, they are my 4 goals of this year. I have no doubt I'm going to end up with more goals as I go along. Some may not be achieved, some may be achieved, but it is interesting and I think it's worthwhile having some goals so I can sort of start working towards them. If you enjoyed this video, maybe check these ones out next.